Hi, Rigsters here, back with another 109 episode. On the previous one, we covered the 109 B1 and noted how lightweight it is to the point where it was so lightweight I died to an SPD-3. But I did get a kill assist. So now we're on the E-1, which is battle rating 2.3 with 4 7.92 machine guns. So that should definitely help. Now this one is spaded, and there's still no armor on it, so it's a little bit heavier, but it definitely should climb much better. And it has 3 blades instead of 2, and it has 2 more machine guns, 2 in the nose and 2 on the wings. So let's see how this goes. And just like for the first one, I'm going to keep the gun convergence at 500. Even though most of them are mounted in the nose, there are 2 in the wings. And use universal again because there's no air targets 1 and tracers seem pointless, because you want a little bit of a mixture, and default is garbage. So flying on LAD map, Ladogona, I don't know. I just call it the LAD map because it's British. No, just kidding. So this one is definitely, I can tell you right away, just like with the other 109 video I just did on the previous one, I have not flown this in ages. A lot of the 109s that are below the G series, I have not flown in almost 2 to 3 years. Most of the 109s experience I have is the F model or later, G series being the most recent example. So, I can tell you right away, I can definitely climb at 15 degrees with wet running on a winter map. Let's try for 20. Yeah, 20. Definitely better climbing already. I mean, it has more engine power and a better propeller design. Instead of having 2 blades, you have 3 blades to deal with. So that creates for more efficiency and potential top speed. This particular version can go 354 miles an hour at 5,000 meters. I'm not sure about that, but it definitely feels faster. I'm not sure if I'm even going to climb the 5K. I've definitely climbed to at least 3K. Because at lower BRs, below 3.7 I've noticed, most of the action takes place below 4,000 meters. At the very least, you want to get to 3,000. Because you want altitude in this plane, just like as before. And the only reason I chased down those 2 knife bars because they literally were just right in front of my plane. And unlike the previous plane, this one is fully upgraded. That's why it's called spaded, in case if you were wondering. Lots of machine gun rounds, 3,000 of them in fact. The only other planes that I know of, at least on the American side, that can carry that much ammunition is the P-47 Thunderbolt, but it has 850 cals, and definitely doesn't climb as fast as this one, even fully upgraded. So I'm just going to keep climbing. Priority, of course, is the fighters if possible, but can't guarantee I always will encounter them. It's just the way this works. Still climbing at 20 degrees. I'm going to lower that just a little bit to like 17. Just to get a little more speed. But still keep climbing. We're almost at 3,000 meters. And still weaping. Luckily, since this is a winter map, it is not as hard to burn up the engine because the air in this game actually is modeled. So if you're on a winter map like this, you actually could web for a much longer time than you can on, say, Malta, which is a desert map. So I'm going to turn towards the fight. I'm at 3,500. And just climb at 5 degrees and gain some speed. So it's going pretty good. I'm not going after that PBM because that would be a waste in this case, because there actually is fighters I can actually go after this time. Just want to make sure I get some speed first. I'm going to go after this P400 because he's alone. Now, normally I would dive down to help him, but There's already 3 fighters over that bomber. And there's anybody else up here? Just a J-20. And there's N1K1 there. Yeah, I would go after the J-20 instead, because he actually is higher up here. So I'll gain some more speed. Still keep weapon. I mean, this plane is still going strong with all these upgrades and stuff. So I want to make sure I keep my speed up. Roll rate is definitely much better. Definitely rolls a hell of a lot better than the B1, I can assure you that. And then take some shots here. Oh, definitely do that here. Come on, critical. Okay. And slow down the engine, pop the flaps, turn, then increase engine power. There we go. He's on fire. There we go. That is much better result so far. First kill of the match in the... God, I always keep saying B1. E-1. Edward 1. Oh yeah, and don't forget to raise the flaps. Duh. Alright, so... doesn't look like there's anybody else here. So I'm gonna go dive down after this yak. I don't know what the dive speed limit is of this plane, so let's find out. Luckily, if the Model 9s, for the most part, when you get near redline, they start locking up well before... Holy moly. Yeah, it don't want to really do that, so it's pretty high. At least for this version of the 109, it's pretty darn high. That is really good. Okay, so now we get the power back on. Come screaming in after this Yak 1, just taking a look around. Okay, and then we wept just to get some more speed. He's trying to do that there. There we go, sniped this pilot. Because at this BR, armor doesn't really exist yet. And get a 10-degree climb, get some altitude while wepping. Because I don't want to be low forever. A low 109 can be a dead 109, even when you have health. Even at low BR. So, you want to eventually start going back up. Especially if you have enough fuel and ammunition. And for the most part, with some exceptions, you usually want to take the minimum or at minimum, like one step above a minimum load, depending on the 109 model. Because the later ones can get a little fuel thirsty when you run wet the whole time, so you have to account for that. Not as bad as the Spitfires though, but it can add up pretty quick. I did not want to head on this guy. I don't know why he turned, but okay. That was kind of silly. I don't know if I can turn fight as much. I do not know much information on it. Oh, it looks like I can. Oh. Okay. Then full wep. Pop the flaps. Go up and over. If I can. Come on, plane. Oh boy, this was a bad idea. And this is why you don't do that. Dive deck down. And just go ham. Alright, now I start turning. Now, if the later 109s, that would have been like a super fatal mistake. I wanted to try to force him to stall out. Okay. Oh, almost had him there. Stall back down. Roll away. Turn around. Combat flaps again. He's going for the head-on. Ooh. That was close, but he did damage my engine, so I have to go back to base after this fight. Okay. And take some shots at him. Want to make sure I keep that speed up. I don't know why he's fighting me in the vertical, especially with this much engine power in comparison. Okay. I do not know why he's doing this, but I'll have to keep wepping. And I'll turn around, pop the flaps, pop it back in. Come on, got a hit. Alright. Yeah, these guns, they're really good and accurate and all. They just don't do a lot of damage. They really don't. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Alright, let's try a different maneuver. No, that doesn't work there. Okay. I just don't know much about that plane. The enemy plane I'm fighting, I really do not know. Oh, don't. Well, that was a risk, and that was a really dumb risk. But it did get him. So, that was a goofy third kill there. I mean, it was bound to happen eventually. Alright, E-1 match, 3 kills, lost the match, but earned 5,000 with premium, so it earned about 2 to 3,000 without. Not bad payout, and that the fact that it costs 1,251 lines to repair, yeah, you can earn some money doing it. It's not going to earn you a lot, but it's not terrible either. So as for the point itself, pretty good. A little lacking on the firepower department, and a little bit of blundering because, like I said, I only flown for the most part recently, up to the F model or later in ARBs. This is actually the first time I've done below the F models for the 109s, because once you get to those versions, oh boy, can they climb. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Do run a Ko-Fi page if you wish to support the channel in the link down below. And we'll keep continuing the 109 series. This is Rigsters Journey, signing off.